The next recipe is called apple pie rice pudding. I created this recipe when I had leftover rice. And usually I do have leftover rice, but I also want to show you that you can use some convenience tools, ideas, that you don't always have to cook rice. So at least where I live, all the stores, even the regular grocery stores, have frozen organic rice, both brown and white, in microwavable packages that take 3 minutes to microwave. Your dessert, when you're using fruit, is only going to be as sweet as your fruit. So, for example, a ripe banana is going to be sweeter than a non-ripe banana, but apples tend to be pretty consistently sweet if you get a brand that you like. So I love tools that make things easier. And so a lot of people are familiar with the apple cutter that cuts into 8 slices. I prefer this one. It cuts into 16 slices. Either I'm short or the counter is too low, and then have a little piece on the end that you just kind of poke it out like that. When I eat an apple, I do it that way because I tend to enjoy it more. And then I have this really cool tool called the Vidalia Chop Wizard. And what I do is I am just cutting it into little pieces. You can use this tool for onion. You can use it for zucchini. I love this tool. It's about $20 on Amazon. If you still have a Bed Bath & Beyond near you that takes a coupon, this is where I originally got it. It's a fun tool to use. And also what's really neat about it is, again, it's a measuring cup, because I'm always being mindful, since I'm the one that has to do the dishes here, of using less equipment as possible. I do the same thing with recipes. I try to create the taste and texture I'm going for with as few ingredients as possible, and ingredients that are available in most places. So what's really cool is this measuring cup tells me I have the right amount. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come and put this. And I love that it's even with the best knife skills. I mean, look how beautiful this is. You could probably use a food processor to do this, but I love this. And this grate comes in 3 different sizes, this being the smallest one. So we're going to walk over to the pressure cooker. So I'm going to put my ingredients in. And like I said, all I did was microwave this rice, but you don't have to do that. You can always make the rice from scratch. So we're going to add that to the pressure cooker. The pressure cooker already has my liquids in it, which is a non-dairy unsweetened milk. Now, if this doesn't taste sweet enough for you, the ways you can sweeten it is by adding dates or date syrup, or instead of taking 3 cups of your favorite non-dairy milk, maybe take 1 cup of unsweetened apple juice with 2 cups of non-dairy milk. If you used all apple juice, I think it might be too sweet. But again, the longer you're off sweets, traditional sweets, the more you appreciate the subtle taste and the sweetness in fruit. And so I'm going to take all my beautiful apples and put them in here. What's nice about this is delicious hot when you first make it. We're having our potluck, our monthly potluck Sunday. So I'll be making something like this. It's delicious cold. It's delicious at room temperature. And also when things are done, I'll also give you some plating techniques that I love. So I'm going to put in some yellow raisins. I just like the taste of yellow raisins better than the dark ones. The dark ones taste too pruny to me. These just taste like little bursts of sweetness. And what's fun about yellow raisins is you don't know to see them in there. So it's like you get this little surprise. I've also used currants in this as well. Or if you don't eat dried fruit, you can omit it entirely. So I'm going to add that to my pressure cooker. I love pressure cooking because you just throw everything in and push a button. I don't really do fancy recipes except maybe twice a year for my husband's birthday and Thanksgiving. My spices are cinnamon and vanilla powder, which I'll talk about throughout this demo. I always say get the biggest and best you can afford in terms of ingredients and equipment. I love the spices at Local Spicery. It's a local spice shop. They sell online. It's small batch, in glass, non-irridated. 2 free samples with my name. I'm not trying to market it. It's just very, very good spices. But apple spice, pie spice, things like pumpkin pie spice, you can make your own. There's recipes if you just Google it with cinnamon, nutmeg, things like this. But I do like to put my pennies towards really quality products, especially when it comes to dessert, because things like vanilla powder, meaning vanilla bean powder, really do make a taste difference, in my opinion, than using imitation vanilla or vanilla extract. And so all we do is we put the pressure cooker on, and then we're going to put on 5 minutes. This is always preset to 5 minutes because it just is, because that's the number that we use the most. So I'm going to unplug this now because it'll stay hot. This smells so good from the cinnamon, the vanilla, the cardamom. And again, if you don't do white rice, just do you, whatever kind you want. But this can actually be a breakfast, and it's really quite delicious. Just stir it up, and the apples are nice and soft and cooked. You could use pear, and people really, really like comforting rice pudding. And like I said, pear whip on top of this is fantastic.